Hey, today's a video that's kind of compiled over a couple days. It's the unboxing of the Thermomate. These are really kind of nice little handy tools to have around the farm. I believe this company actually makes quite a few different versions of this. But this is the version that's going to work best for us because it's propane. Yes. A water heater that's propane based, that's small and can travel around. Comes with its handle. Comes all foamed up like this, and there's really not a lot of assembly, which is great. Now, I'm not going to tell you this is a robust machine that you're going to throw in the back of a pickup out here on the farm and just, bounce and, trash around. It's not that. It's finer than that, don't get me wrong, but it's still a nice machine. This is probably designed for probably more of the outdoor showers in most southern places and stuff, because it's got multiple little O-rings and hose hookups on it that you can use to kind of make it adapt to your situation. But here on the farm, I'm using it as a homestead tool, and that's kind of what I wanted to show today. I'm struggling a little bit here to get this on just because I'm trying to do it one-handed with a camera. But it's pretty cold outside right now yet. It's running around 34 to 38 degrees outside, strong stiff winds, and by this afternoon there's going to be some rain coming in, although it is sunny right now. And what we've got a couple pieces of equipment that are just caked full of mud, and I'm kind of interested to try a couple things out on it. One would be the shower head that it came with, and one would be adapting it to the garden hose method. There are locations on the farm where I need to clean equipment, folks, and I've got water, I just don't have hot water. And when you live in the world of heavy clay like we do, hot water is a must when it comes to doing this stuff. So what I did is I took a dolly here, and I've got it attached to the dolly, and it's got a little battery compartment down here. I'll show you that better here in a minute. And then I've hooked up the shower head to it because I'm going to try that first. And then I'm going to actually hook up the hose to it and try that. So basically it's a propane tank and a dolly and the hot water heater, the portable hot water heater. I put 2 D-cell batteries in it, and that's it. It's really that easy. That's a drain plug and a connector for the hose, and this little thing is like ready to go. It's nice, it's compact, it's easy. So here's how I got it set up right now. This controls flow, this controls the amount of gas or flame height, which gives you your heat, and I'm ready to give this a try. So the first thing I'm going to use it on is the Outlaw, and particularly the auger. And one thing I've learned about this auger is the clay gets on it really hard and the hot water takes it off best. Now, you can use a power washer, folks. I'm not trying to substitute this tool for a power washer. I have a power washer. But I've made the mistake in the past of power washing this off and wrecking a head once, because even though the heads are sealed, power washers have a way of getting up in the gears and in the gearboxes of these things and getting water in them. And I'm not doing that anymore. So I'm just going to use the hot water from this, and I'm going to get this thing cleaned up and then get it put away. The other thing that I found is that when I wash the UTVs or the gators, the dashes really don't like power washing. It gets behind the gauges, it gets in the electronics, and yet cold water from the power washer doesn't clean as well either. Nice hot water cleans better. Now, I honestly, if I had one wish, I wish I could turn it up higher. So here I'm washing the ML 2500 earth drill off, and again, it's nice flow. I've got the shower head kind of version on right now. There's like several versions that you can use in this handle, and it's not got enough power to get inside the machine and cause me problems, but it's hot enough to get this heavy clay off, which is great. I absolutely love that. So for me, this is a good thing here. So I'm going to try and hold the camera and try and show you how hot it's getting. The hottest I was able to get it was about 105 degrees. I think right now it's running, what does it say, 103. So that's as hot as it was at this moment, but I did check it a couple of times. It got up to about 105. I'd like it a little hotter, but I understand you wouldn't want to shower probably with much more than that. So it runs on a 20-pound propane tank or bigger. In this situation, this is perfect. It's got a nice little handle here for it. It's got a little on and off on its little shower thing. So as a homesteader, I could see where you could use this for a portable shower. But again, I'm not going to do that. I got it strapped to a dolly that only cost me like $50 at Menards. I got the propane tank here, And next up, I'm going to hook it to a hose after I put my earth drill away. The little Outlaw, by the way, has been working great. Just a tank of a machine. Just put in a whole bunch of fence, and it did wonderful. So the day's weather is changing. I come back out after lunch. I'm going to wash the gator off. It's getting cold. There's snow flurries in the air. And again, this critter was in the same shape. It got some heavy clay on it. I'd like to get it washed off. I like to wash the engine, but I don't like to power wash an engine. And I like to wash the engine with hot water, even though it's not a really hot engine right now. And I love doing this right here. I can wash the dash and stuff without power blasting it into the gauges, into the radio, and everything else. Things in this gator are meant to get wet, folks. Don't get me wrong. But you just don't want to just blast the water on it. Now, I could take the hose and just blast cold water, but then the clay doesn't come off. It comes off so much better with just a little scrubbing mitt and hot water. It's fantastic. Half the time, I don't even need soap right now, the way this looks. So as you can see, I did the front wheel already. I'll get to the back wheel. I'm working on the sides. Oh, and as far as water pressure, this is running on a 40 PSI yard hydrant right now. That's all this thing's hooked up to. So if I had this hooked up to something with like house pressure, like 60 PSI, it would even spray more vigorously. But I don't need it to. I just need hot water right here on location. And this is a nice way of doing it. Hook up to the hydrant, propane tank, hot water heater, boom. Instant hot water. Absolutely love it. So I've even been able to wash the bed and do things. Now, as you can see here, I hooked up about a 50-foot hose to it. Took a little adapter at the bottom to get that to hook up. I went to Menards. Bought an adapter that went from 1/2 inch, I think, FIP to garden hose thread. And instead of the handle on it now, the silver shower handle, I got a 20-foot, hose on it, and I got just a regular head on it. I'll try to show you the hookup here at the bottom. So again, it's the same water input that was doing it with the Outlaw there on the right. In the middle, I've got, like I said, a bushing in there that's brass, and then it went to a nylon one because that's what Menards had. I got hooked up to a garden hose head. It works absolutely great. I've got spray, I've got flow, I've got mist, and I'm able to clean up my gator. I absolutely love it. It worked great. Didn't even use any soap, just hot water. 103-degree water, decent pressure. I'm sure it could be better if it was hooked up to a better water source, but I'm able to do it outside with hot water. That's what I love, folks. This little tool is going to be great for the little homestead. I appreciate you liking and watching. Please follow along and subscribe. We'll keep putting out great videos like this, and I'm going to keep washing my equipment up. Thanks, folks.